Hi everyone. So welcome to this video. This video is based on heart openers. We're looking at heart openers, but really it's just to reflect as well this lovely sun that we've had. It's been really nice. So use this as a time to just open and explore. We've got chest openers, obviously, so nice openers for the heart space. But we've also got some really nice dynamic poses in there as well. Wild thing. So have a little play around with it. I have got options if something doesn't feel right. And also just comment if there's something that I've got a few questions on that, then just let me know afterwards, of course. And yeah, enjoy. Have fun with this one. All right, so just come and find a seated position. So just have the legs crossed. Hands just resting on top of the knees with your palms facing up then. And then just close your eyes. Make sure you're sitting comfortably. Just start by relaxing the muscles in the face. Just soften through the brow, your jawline. Soften the tongue inside your mouth. And then just bring your focus to your breath. Just let it flow naturally. Think about the pace that you're breathing at. And let the breath out just soften the edges of how you're sat. So let those shoulders relax a little bit more. Soften through the hands, your fingers. And just feel your body being present in the space on your mat. Just try to find a little bit more length in that breath now. And just continue that pace. We're going to start to now just move the body. So take your right ear towards your right shoulder. And just notice how that feels in the neck. Take another breath and then just find that head tilt to the left side. And then just bring your head back to the center. We're going to find our first twist. So just turn your chest and shoulders. Your other hand can just come behind you to press into the floor to help lift and lengthen up through the spine. Just continue that breath, let it flow. And then on your next out breath, just slowly release and find that twist the other way. Okay, and then just let go, turning your chest back to the front. We're going to lift both arms up above the head. As you exhale, just soften the hand down and just take your first side bend. So you just want to soften through that elbow. Try and keep the chest open, the shoulders pulled back, and keep the hips grounded. And if you can as well, also just try to keep the eyes closed, so resist the urge to open them. It's notice how this feels in the body. And then let's really use our breath now. Breathe in, slowly windmill the arms over to the other side. Good, and then breathe in. This time, bring both hands behind your back. So press them into the floor to lift the chest up. Feel the head just slowly tilt back. Just keep driving through the hands there. Take another deep breath, and then as you exhale, just find a fold forward. So just as naturally as you can, let the head go. Release through the back of the shoulders. Okay, and then just walk in. From here, we're going to take all fours. Just bring the weight into the hands and knees. So we're going to set up for cat and cow. So just have the knees underneath the hips, hands under shoulders. On your first breath, we lift the chest, lift the tailbone up. So we're arching through the back, just finding this feeling of being open. And then when you breathe out, just slowly release. Think about hollowing the body, so rounding through the back, letting the head go. Breathe in, let's slowly open again. And then exhale to release. So just start to find that flow. Use your breathing, use the pace to just move and let your body react how it wants. This is the first time we're getting our back to move. Just notice if there's tension. How slow can you move your body? And then if you want to, you can start to maybe move in a slightly different way. You can start to take rolling cat. Maybe just C-shape the spine, take a look over each shoulder. Just go with what feels right in the back right now. Find some more movement in the shoulders maybe, in the elbows. Maybe the weight starts to transfer. Okay, and then let's take downward facing dog, everybody. So bring the hands forward slightly, tuck the toes to lift the knees and hips. And just start to walk those heels into the ground. So let's find some movement in the legs. Just try and let go of any tension there. Keep pressing through the palms. So keeping that pressure, we'll find a nice long spine, which is what we want. And of course, keep breathing. If it feels good, you can hold that position. So try and push the heels down. Keep that pressure through the hands and focus on chest. So opening the chest. We're actually having quite a lot of expressive open poses today, especially around the heart space. So let's just get that feeling in the body now. Then continuing that feeling, we take our right leg up in the air. So swing the leg high. You can bend the knee so you can open up through that hip. Okay, so try and lift the knee up as high as you can. Notice how that feels in that hip. Just have a play, there's no set position, you don't have to just hold it still. You can encourage a bit of movement there. And then you're going to just bring that leg down and repeat exactly the same on the other leg. So just have a moment to open. Okay, and then walk your feet forward. So let's come to the top of our mat.
Feet underneath the hips. So we take a forward fold, just relax the body forwards. Let the neck go, let the shoulders relax. And if it feels good, you can also just take hold of the elbows, maybe find ragdoll. You bend your knees as much as you like at this point. Be kind to the legs. Just waking up. Okay, and then you're going to release your arms and slowly roll up to stand. So your head is the last thing to rise. Okay, so as you lift, just let those shoulders roll back. It might feel good to just introduce a little bit of movement there. Okay, so let's bring our palms forward, keeping this feeling of staying open through the heart space. Feet can be apart or slightly further together. We're going to take 4 rounds of sun salutations. So let's just be present, feel ready to move. Just take a few steady breaths here. Just settle your feet, feel grounded. And then on your next breath in, let's take our arms out. Deep breath in to lift, bringing the palms together. Exhale, bring the hands through the center. So we're going to add a flat back. So inhale, lift the chest, lengthen through the spine, the legs, and then breathe out, soften the knees and fold. Breathe in, step back to plank. And then as you exhale, knees or toes, we lower down to crocodile from there. Push through, find your first back bend. So you can stay low or you can push up high. Tuck the toes, take downward facing dog. And then from downward dog, take your right leg up in the air. So we're adding a 3-legged downward facing dog in today. Okay, try and keep the legs straight on this one. And then sweep that leg through to lunge. In between the hands, or if you need to, take the foot wider on the first round. Soften your hips to the floor. Look forward, so you want to open your chest. And then from there, we bring the back foot in, fold. And then we roll up through the spine. Taking the arms back up. Deep breath in, don't hit the lamp. Exhale, let the arms come down. Okay, 3 more rounds, just like that. So breathe in, lift up. Option here, little back bend. Exhale, come down to fold. Flat back, breathe in. Breathe out to fold. Step or jump back to plank. Knees or toes, we lower the body down. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to dog. Left leg, sweep it up as you inhale. As you breathe out, step it through. Those first lunges are always going to feel a little tight to begin with. So take the time to let those hips come down, look forward, and then find your fold to release. Good, breathe in, slowly rise. Exhale, let it go. So 2 more rounds. Really focus on using the breath to explore now each movement. Find your natural rhythm on these last couple of rounds. So right leg and then left leg again, of course, with the 3-legged dogs. if you finished your last round, just stay standing. Just let those arms soften back down by the side of your body. Okay, soften your breath. Keep your eyes closed. Just hold it there. Breathe in. Okay, so from there, just open your eyes. Okay, so next section, what we're going to look at is some balance. So we're going to keep this feeling and staying open in the body, but we're going to challenge it by working around with where our hips are, okay? So first pose, you might guess is being open, is half moon, so floating half moon. So it is a challenging balance, but we can break this down, okay, and approach it however you want to approach it. So the first option we're going to show you is just coming from standing. So half moon, we're going to just soften through the knees a little bit. So you don't want to lock out the legs too much. You want to have this sense of feeling nice and grounded towards your mat. The first option, you will literally sweep the leg back. So you take your right leg back first, okay? And you can see my left hand reaching down, okay? My toe is still down on the floor. So as this leg sweeps back, okay, my arm is going to come back with me. I'm just going to sort of focus mainly on the legs first. So as you sweep back, the supporting leg stays bent, okay? So you're softening through the knee. As the leg goes back, your hips are naturally going to want to open slightly. So you're going to continue that feeling, okay? So as you sweep back, feel the hips open. I want you to then try and take this foot off the floor and open your hips and open your chest to the right side of the room, okay? So that's your lower body, okay? So with the arms, it does help, I must admit, when the arms come into it. So as you sweep the right leg back, your right arm goes back as well. As you lift the leg, you lift the arm, okay? Your left hand reaches down. So if you think same arm, same leg, they're doing exactly the same as each other. So you're opening your hips to the side, you're opening your chest, everything is open to that side of the room, okay? You can keep the toes down to begin with. You can still practice, yeah? You can still get that chest open, keeping the foot down if you want that bit more stability. But I want you to try sweep and fly, okay? So, we're not done. From there, now we play around with hip placement. So from half moon, we're going to stay open, keep the arms wide, keep the leg up. Turn and revolve your chest and hips down towards the floor to aeroplane, okay? Supporting leg is staying bent. From there, hands find the floor, step back into lunge, and we flow to get all that tension out of the body. So step back, knees or toes, like one sun salutation. And then obviously to come back to the top of your mat, okay, you can step, walk or jump, or if you want you can take your three-legged down dog like we did in our sun salutation. And easy. Okay, and then let the arms go. So, perfect. So from here then, left side. So think, when you're coming into the half moon, we're open, 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 and then, probably easy seeing from this way, everything revolves around. So you turn and you face down towards the floor, okay? So left leg, sweep it back, keep that supporting leg bent. Open the chest, open the hips to the side of the room. You don't have to come down super low with that hand, you can stay quite lifted and then turn. Okay, so you don't have to be completely flat, all right? This is about just playing around with the balance. When you've had enough, land, step back into that lunge, take your flow. then release. Okay, so let's just have a play on each side now. I'm going to show you another option on this next one. So if that option works for you, go with that. Another approach that we can take. You can come up here first and find a fold. And you can find your floating half moon from the ground. Okay? So you do exactly the same, but this time, instead of taking the hand straight off, you keep it on the floor. Your right leg and right arm still goes back. I actually find this more challenging, but I'm going to try and demo. So you open your hips, you open your chest, keep the hand grounded, open. I find it a bit harder to open. And then gradually, take that hand off. So working from the ground, using it as support first, and then you change. Turn. Oh, you see my ankle shaking on that one. I don't know why I find that one harder. Okay. So have a little go. Whatever option works, just play with that now. So on the left side. Play with the depth, the height of the leg. Okay, and just catch your breath. Just soften through the hands, soften your eyes. Okay. So from here then, the next section we're going to look at is our wild thing. Okay. So we're going to come down to downward facing dog. So you make your way down however you like. Step or jump back, it's up to you. Take the hips up in the air. Okay? So, wild thing. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm going to move my mat. It's when I realised I didn't give myself enough space. So for wild thing, you might want to just look first. It's really up to you at home how you want to approach this. If you're quite comfortable with wild thing, obviously just flow. You're going to take your right leg up in the air first, okay? So three-legged downward facing dog. So you're going to lift that leg. We're going to bend the knees straight away. So you're opening up through the hip, like we practiced at the beginning. Now this bit is really important. You want to exaggerate this as far as you can. So you want to open that hip, lift that knee up as high as you can. Now, one thing is about finding this tipping point. So I'll show you first. We're going to continue that momentum round. So you want to take your right foot and try and land it down to the left side, okay? So you're thinking going up and over. You're going to pivot on that other foot. So you can see my foot already pivoting. I'm going to land that right foot to the floor, and then I'm going to release my right hand off the ground, okay? So I land back. From there, I still drive through the right foot. I push my hips up, and I open my chest and hips towards the ceiling. Okay, it's all the weight is into that hand and that back foot. And the other foot, use the outside of it, okay? You then to come back, lower the hips, push through the back foot to flip back over and take that leg back in the air, okay? Bring the foot down, rest, and then let's have a go on the left. So we're just going to try that movement first, all right? So I'll show you on the left side. Breathe in, lift the leg up, bend the knee, open. So try and lift that knee up as high as you can. Feel that tipping point. Open, 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 open. Land the foot down as close to the body as you can. Release the other hand off. Drive through the back wall of the foot to open the hips and open through the chest. Hips come down, push off this back foot to flip back over. Yeah. And then repeat. So this is going to be playtime now. Just go and flow. Have a little play at home. And I'm just going to keep showing options, all right? So this next one, so if one thing is feeling a little scary, yeah, because the first time coming into it, if this is your first go, it can feel a little bit daunting because you're kind of coming up from a certain height, all right? So what you could do, still take the leg up, but this supporting leg, I'll show you on this leg, you bend it, okay? So you come a little bit lower down to the floor, okay? So instead of lengthening, you're not coming from such a height then. So you're bending, you're still finding that flipping and tipping point, and you come over. And then both legs are bent, okay? From there, you can keep the legs bent and open, or if you want to, extend that leg out, then push up. And then to come back over, just push and stay low, okay? So it's all about getting this movement, pivoting the hips and pushing from the feet, okay? Don't rush and think, oh my gosh, it's got to hit this line and it's got to hit this sort of position. This is about getting your body to just move as one when you're finding that flip. So it can be really mini, yeah? You can literally find little flips, open, yeah? So try and just get your body moving in that way, okay? Right. So again, I'm just giving you guys a bit of time to just play with that, have a little go. I'm going to show one more on each side and then we'll move on, okay? Whenever you've finished on both sides and had enough, we're going to find child's pose. Just let the knees come down, soften the hips back. Just rest your head onto the floor, soften your shoulders. You might want to just circle the wrists, release a bit of tension from there, okay? You may feel a bit of tension built up there, especially putting all that pressure onto the wrist. So just catch your breath. And then from here, we're just going to reach our hands over towards the right corner. So just keep the arms long, anchor the hands down, and just feel that stretch and length through the body. And then just walk your hands over to the other side. Just hold it there and just feel that stretch down the side of your body. Keep the hips grounded. Good. And then just walk your hands back into the center. Just make your way forwards, and we're just going to open up through the hips, let them land down to the floor. And just take Cobra, or you can come onto your forearms. Just relax through the legs, relax through the hips. Just stay open through the front of the body. Breathe. Just try and let that out breath just soften. And then push back, child's pose one more time. And then from here, just take a seated position. So bring your legs in front. So just bring the feet round. So before we come onto our back, we're going to look at a pose called boat pose. So boat pose is all about using the abdominals and using the core. You'll probably use this in Pilates. I think they call it something else. What do I call it in Pilates? I'm having a moment. Teaser, that's what it's called. I was thinking, I'm not going to remember. So come back. So you want to sort of lean back, okay? And it's all about keeping the spine long, so you're in like a triangle. You know, like a V-sit when people do these, yeah? So you want to have that feeling of leaning back, the abs are engaged, your spine is long, but we're taking a different approach to it in yoga, okay? So hands behind your legs, lean back, keep the chest open, keep the spine long. So you might find that you're just keeping the toes tucked down. That might be enough today, okay? Or I want you to lift the feet off, shins parallel to the ceiling, and then maybe release the hands. So here, here, or here, okay? So just try and hold that position. If anyone wants to challenge themselves further, see if you can extend the legs up. So keep the shoulders pulling back, chest forward, yeah? Think of this as a chest opener. So you're opening through the heart, keeping the core engaged, testing that strength, and keep that breath going. In and out through the nose. Good, couple more breaths. Tap down if you need. You got this. Okay, and then we're going to come onto our back from here. So just bring the feet down, bring the hips forward, and then just roll onto your back. And just let the knees move, soften through the hips, maybe take a little rock. Just let your body move and do what it needs to do at this point. So just take any additional movements or poses that might feel nice for you now. And then I want you to lay in lying butterfly. So just bring the soles of the feet together. Just let the arms relax by the side of you. Keep the eyes closed. And just try and open and soften through the whole body. So stay open through the hips, the heart space, your palms. Let go of any tension around the hip area. And just settle back into your natural breath. if you want to at this point. You can extend the legs away, otherwise just keep them in this position. Do what feels comfortable. Feel your body becoming grounded. Feel the connection between the floor and the back of your body. And as you breathe now, feel that breath in open the front of your body. So feel it open the chest, the hips. In a way, feel the breath lift you up slightly. And on that out breath, feel grounded. So you've kind of got this pull of energy in both directions. Now just keep breathing a little bit deeper. And I want you to start to introduce your body back into the space. So you can do this by moving again. Just do whatever feels right at this point. And when you're ready to come back to a seated position, just lift yourself up with the legs crossed. Bring your hands back onto your knees. Now on your next breath in, lift the arms, bring the palms together overhead. And then as you exhale, just bring the thumbs to tap down to your forehead, to your lips, to your heart. And thank you. Bye then, guys.